very 77th hour of Adventurers Wanted Rebellion. Thank you very much. My name is Leo. I'll be your games master this morning. This is a relaxed performance, which means we have a relaxed attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of those that would struggle to stay still or silent for an entire hour. The lights are going to stay exactly like this, and while there will be some mood music once we got everything set up, there should be no sudden loud noises. If you do need any help, Naomi, over your right shoulder there, is our stage manager. Please do catch her attention. If you feel like it's all too much, feel free to duck out of the door that you came in through and ask to be readmitted when you're ready by a member of Suite staff. We are also, of course, because it's the first hour of the day, joined by our fantastic BSL interpreter, Isla, who continues somehow to sign our improvised fantasy. God knows how. Well done to her. Right, so what is this? What are we doing? This is a tabletop role-playing game, which means the four people on my left and right play unique individual characters in a fantasy setting. As the game master, I play the rest of the fantasy setting, and I throw things at them when I get annoyed. The weather, I play their allies, I play the volcanoes that they're going to find themselves in, and to try and keep things a little bit fair. No, I'll get it. To try and keep things a little bit fair, we interact with each other using dice. The most common die you'll hear us talking about is the 20-sided die, or an icosahedron, if you're feeling really nerdy. Higher numbers are better, lower numbers are worse, with the absolute worst being a critical fail, rolling a natural 1 on this die. No matter how easy the thing you were trying to do is, you failed. So, like I said, this is the 77th hour of Adventurers Wanted, which means we have 76 hours of backstory to catch you up on, so strap in. The characters here were members of a rebellion which was enslaved by an imperial cult that made them mine a mysterious ore. They then overthrew this cult and fought a massive war and drove them back to their headquarters and assaulted the headquarters. And the last thing that we saw at the moment is the mysterious mage leader of this army has escaped through a portal which is being powered by the ore that they were making them mine over that 5 years. So it all ties together. And the very last thing we saw was many of the rebellion made the commitment to go through this portal to chase this cult leader down, to finish them off once and for all, to make sure that they didn't do this to anyone else ever again. We'll jump straight back into that action as soon as we meet our players and their characters. So starting on my right here, tell us your name, your character's name, your pronouns, and give us a little bit about where you're at, what your headspace is, especially considering the portal.
Oh, of course. My name is James Benison. My character's name is Locke. He is a tiefling warlock, which is like half demon, and it's he, him. He's gone through a lot of therapy in the last 25 hours when he hasn't been featured, and has realised there's nothing for him on this plane of existence anymore, and so he's happy to go through the portal.
Fantastic. Chaz?
Hey, I'm Chaz.
7 ones.
Hey, I'm Chaz, he, him, and I am Kid Matt John, also he, him. He's a Furbolg paladin. Furbolg basically means he is a 7-foot-tall, blue-skinned cow person. He speaks with a fantasy Minnesotan accent, which has been established throughout this campaign. And his friendly demeanour hides an insatiable bloodlust. And he has stepped through the portal mainly to crack some more skulls, for the glory of the Furbolg race, of which there are very few, thanks to the cult.
Jamie.
I am Jamie, I am he, him, so is my character, and I'll be playing Barksby, a Furbolg druid. Furbolg being a bovine person with 6 to 8 foot tall, and druids being nature-based. He's got a lot of moss on him, a lot of fungus, not bathed in a while, and is very mad at people bringing back the dead right now, so we'll see where that leads us.
Oh boy.
Yikes. And Nathan.
Hi, I'm Nathan, he, him, and my character is Hesh Aegis Hearthborn, known as Hearthborn. She or her is a Dragonborn Paladin. She was... I got carried away with the backstory. She was... I'm sure Leo was TLDR, banished from her tribe, seeking fame and fortune as a paladin, protecting the weak, etc.
Sure, I figure to work your backstory into the plot, the cult themselves were the people that you're vowed to hunt down. Of
course, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, there you are, to avenge your brother who was killed in
Yes, that's very important to me.
Leo,
this will come up.
Before we start, I have a quick question as to where we are now, considering I was here 2 days ago.
Yeah?
Are we still trapped in that wacky bullshit?
No, we're in a.
No, you've left the wacky bullshit behind. But thank you for bringing it up. I didn't want to explain it to the audience, but now I do.
Please explain what a hypertesseract is.
Oh God.
No.
Okay, so let's go back into the story. So, because Chaz has called for it, the approach up to the top of the portal led them through very strange non-Euclidean geometries. They went through a dungeon where the rooms seemed to shift as they moved with them, through them. If I had enough time, I could sit and explain to you the maths of how actually it worked. But I'm not going to. And then they came up to the very top of the ziggurat. They saw a portal made out of an arch of the ore. And the mage leader of the cult was there. They had this massive battle with them, and eventually the cult leader decided to retreat through the portal, much like Lady Mizoth did before. But this time, instead of the portal getting destroyed before you had a chance to follow them, you could follow them through. And then the last thing that we saw last episode, if you like, was once everybody who went through, Ilassi, the headstrong elf ranger, decided to take it upon herself to be the one to sacrifice herself, her life, in order to destroy this portal.
Because the ore is explosive.
The ore is very explosive.
Right.
So there we are. If there's anything else that you feel like we're skating over, please feel free to shout out from the audience.
Issue number 60, true believers.
No, issue number 77. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Backstory. No, that's what they do. Yeah. And we'll put a little asterisk in. Right. For now, though, can I have creepy, warm music, if you can, when you're ready? Oh, that'll do. So you come through into, you step through the portal, and the portal behind you immediately closes once everybody is full going through. Probably because Ilassi has deconnected it from the other side. Where you are is the caldera of a volcano. It is unbearably hot. As you look around, you can see the walls of this volcano rising above you. There is smoke and ash, and just the air itself shimmers with the heat that you're moving through. Down below you, you can see over the side of this rocky crag, these footpaths that you're standing on, made of volcanic rock. There is indeed just a pit of lava below you. You're in the center of this fantasy volcano. I'm going to need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw straight off the bat, please, to see how you fare in this heat.
Oh, not great.
What'd you get?
8.
Failure.
Hey!
1.
15.
15?
18 plus 1, I love it.
So, fantastic, 19. That makes sense. As a Dragonborn, you don't actually see what all the fuss is about. You're used to this heat. You're walking around like, come on, chaps. I don't know what your voice is going to be when we get there, but...
Same with Tiefling as well, I guess.
Indeed, the Tiefling is absolutely fine. However, the two Furbolgs, who are bovine
Oh boy, it's warm.
not used to being cooked in this manner...
It smells delicious in here.
You're both currently going to be on a point of exhaustion. Because as you're dragging your bodies through this volcano caldera, the heat is so oppressive. It's just you have to force yourself to move.
What does that mean again? What is one?
So 1 level of exhaustion means that your skill checks are at disadvantage.
Cool. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Okay. I believe. I'll be corrected if it's wrong. So, can I now get perception checks for everyone else, please? At disadvantage. For those of you who...
9.
It was a matter of time, James, wasn't it? It was a matter of time.
18.
18. 8. 1. 9. Okay, so James got a critical fail, or Locke completely fails. So despite... why Locke? Despite being a half-devil who's fine with this heat, why have you completely failed?
I think he's frolicking in the heat too much, if anything. It's like it's part of his instinctual kind of like ancestral memory is making him go, oh, nice and toasty here, isn't it? I feel all good and warm inside.
Fantastic.
Wait, what's that?
So the only one that keeps their heads is Halfborn. And Halfborn, as you look out across this caldera, you can see that there are 3 other portals. So there is essentially a crossroads. This craggy volcanic stone is a crossroads that meets in the very center in a small outpost. You can see a small building has been created in the center of this volcano. And out from this outpost there are 4 spigots, one of which you are on, 3 other portals. There is no sign of the cult that you are chasing down currently.
Now, if I was a cult leader, where would I be? Maybe you're under here.
Kid Matt lifts a rock. He burns himself.
Ah. Maybe you're under this one.
What are we doing, gang?
Well, I haven't seen any of this.
No,
I'm too busy.
you're the
looking
only
at
one who see that. Everybody else is blinded by the heat.
I quickly condense what you said. I should point. It might be a good moment to point out that my particular breed of Dragonborn, as standard speech, makes sounds which to the human ear sound like coughing and sneezing and general raspiness of the voice. Which is in no way to be confused with Fringe flu. It is. So if you think that I'm just being method, I'm committing to my character. That's why I continue that even off camera, just for all.
Yep, you're the DDL of our times, indeed.
So yeah, I say, hark. Apparently she speaks like that now. A building. Let's get in there, guys. If I know one thing about cults, and I know more than one thing.
I don't know. There's no plans here.
Just trust me, guys. Stick close by, and let's tank it in there.
Okay, let's go crush some skulls. All right.
Yeah.
Let's let the tanks go first.
Yeah. we're fine with that, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Team Tank.
Team Tank. Yeah.
And can I send my my wonderful invisible familiar on a scouting mission ahead?
Okay. It has the same speed as the tanks, as Team Tanks. So are you going to?
Are we going to race it? I think that's what you're asking us.
Would you like me to scout out beforehand?
Yes.
I mean, that's the smart decision.
Yes.
I just love killing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I love helping him kill.
So your small, impish familiar makes itself invisible. You called it Peace, if I remember.
I have indeed.
Makes itself invisible and flutters down towards this building, which is built straight out of this porous volcanic material. It looks like a house. You guys watch as Locke's eyes roll back in his head, and he's clearly not seeing you guys anymore. He's seeing through the eyes of his familiar. As you fly around it, it looks like essentially a bungalow, a fairly utilitarian bungalow with a flat roof.
Yeah, but you pay for the location.
You do, yeah. It's all about the location. So,
who lives in a house like this?
as you dip down and fly around looking for windows and doorways to have a look in, can I get an investigation check, please?
Yes. No.
Can I also get a stealth check with advantage?
Yes.
Because you're invisible.
Yes, you can. 16.
16.
And
Okay.
I rolled a 1 for my other one, so I'm very happy.
Buy a new die, man.
It's got 20 so many times, but I'm not at the Fringe. I blame Leo.
You blame me, fair enough.
I got you.
So you flit down, and there is a creature in here. The creature, your familiar piece tries to make as much effort as they can to try and be quiet, but their flapping of their wings is just a little bit more laboured in here, and despite fairly good stealth roll, the creature, the humanoid within this house, just turns and immediately looks right at you and casts a spell. And some gold film comes down over their eyes, and you get the impression that they can see you now. The creature that you're looking at is a fire genasi, with a soft G apparently. A fire genasi. So a red-skinned, what you see is a red-skinned mage with literal flames for hair. Cropped nicely, but literal flames for hair, and otherwise a fairly humanoid-looking creature.
In that case, because I know my closet has resistance to magic spells.
True.
I'm going to try and get the hell out of there as quick as possible.
Okay, fantastic. It just flies back to you. The genasi makes no attempt to attack it.
Lovely. We've got a fire genasi, ladies and gentlemen. And
Oh, I know a fire genasi. They're nice.
yeah, I know, right?
Can I get an Arcana check from you?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's not too... You're at
9.
9, okay, fair enough.
Like, for some reason, I've got very low intelligence and wisdom.
I'm great at talking to fire genasis. Boy, I hope this one knows some walking songs.
Man,
All right, I'm gonna...
If you need to do a comedy performance, you're set.
Yeah, I know. I'm great at comedy, just bad at thinking.
I'm just gonna walk up to the house. That's all right.
Okay, cool. So... And Hearthborn, are you going with Kidmat?
I like to be involved, so yes.
Okay, fantastic.
I have a fear of being left out.
So the Team Tank, as they've dubbed themselves, walks down towards this house, making no attempt to be stealthy.
No.
No.
We're going to walk behind. I'm going to walk behind.
I have basically one
Yeah.
setting, which is just shield up. Like even in my sleep, I kind of.
Oh, boy.
Fantastic.
Team magic.
Good to have somebody who uses a shield.
You leave the rest of the
kind of my
rebellion
thing.
behind, who I'd like to point out definitely came through the portal. Lots of you did, but for now, the 4 of you are the ones who are going to be scouting out ahead and speaking for the rebellion.
I think that makes perfect sense.
I think it does. So,
Am I outside the house?
yes. So you make your way down towards the house,
Morning, friend.
and you hear a voice coming from within saying, "Hello."
Say, did you happen to see a weird, creepy cult leader come through here?
Oh, do come in. No,
Oh,
please.
yes,
Yeah,
sorry,
no, come in. We can sit down and have some tea.
Oh, that'd be great.
Hang on a second. I've just... and as you go in, you can see that the house is... It's definitely a house, but all of the furniture here is made out of volcanic rock. And it's just black. The aesthetic is burned.
Guess I'll just take it. Oh, okay, I'll stand.
It's fine. And you're handed a black, porous mug of volcanic rock, which the tea is literally still bubbling inside of it.
You say porous. It's not so porous it just falls.
No.
No. She's not
we
silly.
go. Oh yes. I like. No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
So, sorry, you had a question.
Yes, did you happen to see a weird cult leadery guy come through?
Ooh, weird cult leadery guy. Do you remember what they look like?
Do I remember what they look like?
Do I remember what they
Barksby does.
They've got spiky protrusions, big wide smile with lots of sharp teeth. Kind of looks like a magey fellow.
A mage. Maybe somebody like that did come through here. Now, do I remember which way they went? They had a lot of monsters with them. I remember that. Is that the person you're looking for?
That sounds about right.
Well, let me just sit and have a think. And the genasi walks over to this seat and just sits down and just sort of sits there like this.
Anybody know any thinking songs?
Can I have a little look around? Because I'm starting to get suspicious.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Clues.
Roll.
All right, Fred.
Roll
Split the gang up, huh?
Jumps into my hand.
Roll investigation. Oh my god.
I've only rolled a 10 once.
So that was a 7. That was a 7. Okay. Looking around, you do get the impression that that this Ganassi lives here, and like this is their home. You also get the impression that they are the ones maintaining the portals, and that they're in fact quite a powerful spellcaster.
Sherlock. Oh yeah.
Sherlock.
Maybe there's a way to
Sherlock.
narrow it down. Where do all of these portals go to?
Oh well, I don't
by
remember.
the way, one's shut now.
Oh God, why?
Because it was a way to make sure all of the nasty people don't come back into our land. That's where we came from. We're not going back. I haven't processed that yet.
These. You're probably not going back
Oh, okay.
for now.
Sorry. What's your name?
Oh, me. I'm Pyre.
Pyre. And what's your job?
I sit here and just sort of make sure these portals don't fizzle out on their own.
Does that happen?
I mean, it can do, but
Does that pay a lot?
Huh?
Does that pay a lot?
pay a lot. And well, it pays in some very valuable things, including my own space, my own freedom, my own free time,
You know what?
and my life.
Pyre, I love you. I love your energy. Okay. Where do these other portals go to?
Oh, they lead all over the place. Yeah.
But do they always go to the same location?
No, not always. They sometimes they're shifting, depending on what he wants. You know, the big guy.
Who's the big? Wait.
You know, the big guy with the hoe.
Who's the big? With
You know, with the hoe, with the tentacles.
Guys,
with the...
Oh, jeez.
I kind of pull the party aside and I say, guys, she said she likes to keep, it lets her keep her life. She's got one weakness. She doesn't want to die. and then I kind of, having kind of caught the group, now I've caught the group up.
I feel this is a bad idea.
We kind of turn back and
I
I'm
take
like,
a step back, away from what's about to happen.
no, I'm
Me
not making a move. I want to make sure you guys are on my page because I was already kind of maybe a bit heady. So now you know what's.
Any
half-born Bauer.
any thoughts on where this big nasty might have gone to?
Oh, he went through that portal.
Where does that one go?
And the pyre points off to the left. Oh, that goes to a world much like yours. So does that one, and that one. He likes to build his temples around the place. I
What's
don't
it
really.
like working for the big guy?
I don't mind so much. He leaves me alone, and I leave him alone. Oh, you bet. He leaves me alone, and I don't want to burn any bridges.
Oh, no, of course.
Obviously, like any
So,
opportunity of work is
so-
opportunity of work in this environment, you know?
I
You
have,
wouldn't want to get fired.
Is that a pun?
No.
Good.
I have a quick follow-up question. Now,
just made a pun.
you said that he went through this portal over here.
justified.
He went through this portal over here, yeah?
Yeah, the one off to the
Yeah.
west.
Now,
Indeed.
that hasn't shifted since we've been talking, has it?
No. It's it'll go to the same place.
It'll go to the same place. Okay, well, here's what's going to happen, Pyre. First of all, real nice to meet you.
Oh, and you.
Second of all, we're all going to go through there, and we're going to do some killing, and then we might come back.
Well, I mean, so that's where the big guy went, but I don't know if that's where the guy with the mage guy that you're looking for.
Oh, the
I'm not
big
sure.
guy went that way.
Yeah, the big guy.
Oh,
Big guy.
well, I'm
with
glad
the
we're not going
the
that
big
way.
guy. He went that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same way that the mage guy went. I need to think about it some more. Hang on.
I think she's trying to pull a fast one here.
Insight.
You can't just yell insights at me.
Insight!
Is Pyre stalling
Okay.
deliberately?
Now you can roll an insight check.
Oh, for God's sake. 13.
13. You do kind of get the impression that he's stalling deliberately.
Pyre, buddy,
Intimidation.
don't stall deliberately. Don't try and fight me off, okay? Just give me an answer. Come on.
I'm going to use my intimidation of +6, and I'm going to say, let's find out if your neck is as soft as the G in your name.
Amazing.
7 + 6 is
Also 13.
13, yeah.
13. Okay, fine. So what are you doing? You're just yelling at him at this point.
I kind of, it's confusing. I kind of wave my shield, but that's like that's my main weapon, but people don't realise that because it's a shield and it's normally defensive. But
Right,
to
okay.
me, that was quite
Aggressive.
That was quite like a middle finger. But
I mean, between
Yeah.
the two of you, he doesn't seem that phased. He's like, well, hang on, I'm just having a think. I want to help you. I'm not stalling. Do you know how hot it is in here? Your memories don't set in.
I slam a hand down on a nearby bit of furniture and my cloak erupts into flies.
Oh, this trick again.
Yep. And I go, you remember where your big guy went, but not where someone came 10 minutes to an hour ago. I don't know how long ago it was.
Well, I mean, time is different here anyway, so...
Where are they? I scream.
Okay, roll an intimidation
And I also
check.
get...
This is taking a real hard left turn all of a sudden.
And everyone around you needs to make some kind of save against toxicity?
only if they're within 5 feet of me.
Well, I
This
mean,
is a tiny house.
your buddies were definitely within 5 feet of you.
What saving throw am I making?
I just, it's, any other creature that starts its turn in the aura takes poison damage equal to my charisma modifier.
Oh, okay. So what's your charisma?
4.
So basically, the rest of the three of you and Pyre, the flies that once were his cloak, once were Locke's cloak, start crawling over your skin, up your nose. One of them goes in one of your eyes, definitely.
I got 25, by the way, on that intimidation check.
Each of you gets takes 4 poison damage. So you got 25 on that intimidation check. They go, okay. I don't look. Calm down. Turn the flies off, please. And I will answer your question.
I wave a hand to get the flies back, but I have the same fire in my eyes.
You know, I see. I'm remembering now. I'm remembering a lot better that the mage did go the same way as the big guy.
Inside for lies.
Okay, roll an insight check then.
9.
9. Yeah, the mage went the same way as the big guy.
With my last wild shape of the day, can I turn into a bloodhound and try to sniff out the cult?
Sure. So suddenly Barksby reduces in size into a bloodhound. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Yeah.
And, well, first roll a history check for me and then roll a perception check. Because I look, there's no way of knowing how good a T-Rex's sense of smell is.
T-Rex of bloodhound.
No, but when you picked up his smell, you were a T-Rex. That was last episode. He
12.
turned into a T-Rex to fight this guy. 12. Okay, fine. We'll. This is a relatively difficult check, but yeah.
18.
18. Yeah. So you pick up the smell of the mage. The mage has come through here. Perhaps even drunk some tea, and then went off to the west, to the direction that he's pointing.
Start moving that way.
Start moving that way.
Yep.
Okay.
Always got something.
So the bloodhound pats out the door to the portal to the west, which is the one that Pyre was pointing towards.
Well, Pyre, this took a weird turn, but it was still nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. I don't particularly like your friend with the horns, but it was nice to meet you, yeah.
Anyway, so I might be back later. I might be killed. Who knows what's going to happen? But hopefully, if I come back, I'll sit down and have a proper tea with you. Tea and a natter.
Okay,
How does that sound?
good luck.
I
Thank
follow
you.
the dog out the door.
You follow the dog out the door.
I don't say goodbye.
Okay, fair enough. Hearthborn, any passing remarks?
I just kind of stick my tongue out and eat a few of the last flies, and as
Sure.
I eat the last one, I make weird eye contact with her because I don't really know. I'm kind of new at this paladining, so I don't really know what exactly went down there. If she pulled a fast one, so I just want to confuse her a bit and feel like so she thinks I'm in control of the situation to make her look at her, go
Okay,
and walk out.
fair enough.
Jeez.
I'm pretty sure he's a he as well. Have I been swapping
No, you said
pronouns?
very
Yeah, so it's a he.
I'm really new at paladining.
That's fine.